Hi and welcome back to Tafe Talks. I'm your host with the most, Sonny Barone. We've got a ripper episode lined up for you today. I'm excited. Let's get straight into it. First up, we have Jamie, who's interviewing Kendra, a woman who's apparently married to a vanishing lizard king. Did I read that right? Yes, I did. Let's take a look. Welcome back to Life Unfiltered. I'm your host Jamie, and boy have we got a wild show for you today. Imagine being in love, planning the sweetest vow renewal ceremony, and then all of a sudden, boom, your husband vanishes into a wormhole. Yes, a wormhole. Sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie, right? Well, for our first guest, it's a everyday reality. Please welcome Kendra, who believes that her husband has transformed into the Lizard King.
Thank you so much for having me on, Jamie. It really is true. One minute we were reciting our vows with candles lit and everything, and then the next, he just disappeared. It was like a scene from that Back to the Future movie. I thought he might pop back, but no.
This may truly be one of the most interesting claims we've ever had on this show. So Kendra, how do you know that he's the Lizard King? I mean, that's quite the title. Care to explain for us?
Oh, most definitely. I have my theories. First, he always loved reptiles. Had a whole collection, you know? And after he vanished, I began to notice these unusual hints everywhere. Like, when I made smoothies in my blender, the static sounded like him speaking. I swear he says, "Long live the Lizard King." I believe my blender may be the gateway to our communication.
Okay. Well, now joining us is Doug, a seasoned divorce attorney. Doug, what is your take on Kendra's bizarre situation?
Look, Jamie, as much as I do respect Kendra's imagination, I do with real-life cases, not interdimensional wormhole adventures. Her husband more than likely just skipped town. Maybe he was just tired of living in a reptile fantasy. Let's please get focused on getting this sorted legally, not fictionally.
So Doug, you're saying that the Lizard King bid adieu because of what? Marital boredom? That's a real serious claim right there.
I mean, if he really was pretending to be a reptile, I'm all for him going out of that situation. It's not my fault Kendra's marital bliss letters feel like they were written during a Netflix binge of a low-budget sci-fi show.
Look, Doug, it's about more than just a childish fantasy. My husband and I are seriously in love. He always said he wanted to connect more with nature. Maybe the Lizard King is just an evolutionary upgrade. Besides, what's a lawyer's backup plan? Sign here for divorce papers and call it a day? I think not.
Whoa, we've got some serious disagreement going on, that's for sure. We're going to take a quick break for some information on turnips. Are they the future, or have they been left behind? Find out now. We'll be right back. See you soon.
This is not a turnip. 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 This is not a turnip.
And we're back. Kendra, if he really is the Lizard King, what do you want to happen next? Do you miss him, or do you feel the need to confront your otherworldly spouse?
Oh, I do hope he returns. I want to hear him explain everything about his new life as the Lizard King. Are there really royal lizards? Do they have a court? Is there a hierarchy? I need answers. And maybe a great new sitcom. The Lizard King and Me. I think it has potential.
Great sitcom idea, Kendra. You may want to run a pilot season in Fantasyland by yourself while I sort through the paperwork in the real world. I think I'd have a better chance of success than this whole wormhole fiasco.
And it looks like that's about all we have time for on this subject. But wow, what a segment this has been. Kendra, we all hope you're able to reconnect with the Lizard King and get the answers that you're searching for. Viewers, if you're in need of a great divorce attorney, Doug has you covered. Whether it's a surreal love story or a legal quagmire, your stories leave us laughing and confused in equal measure. What do you think? Is Kendra's husband a Lizard King lost in time, or is this just a case of creative thinking gone too far? Don't forget to weigh in with your comments on our socials, and if you've had a bizarre love story, we want to hear it. Until next time, keep your imagines running wild. See ya. I don't know what to say after that, but wow. Just wow. Next up we have Noah Millsy Mills interviewing Sergio Barone in another episode of Hit the Books.
Hello, as you know, I'm Noah Mills, your host of Hit the Books, the show that dives deep into esoteric reads so you don't have to. Today, we're jumping into the enchanting world of Haruki Murakami's The Wind-Up Bird Chronicle. If you've ever felt like life has mysteries waiting to be unraveled, you'll want to stay tuned as we explore this mesmerizing novel. Joining me today to tackle this novel is the incredibly talented, world-famous book critic Sergio Barone.
It's truly an honor to be here, Noah Mills. I've never had a novel transport me to another world in the way that this one did. Murakami truly has a unique storytelling style. In fact, despite the name, this is the kind of book you can't wait to sit down and unwind with.
Wow, I see what you did there. Clever, I guess. So this book transports you to another world, you say? Why don't you take us there and give us a little synopsis of the book? I have it written in my notes that things all start to get a bit weird when Mr. Okoda's cat goes missing. But I'm sure there's more to this novel than just a missing cat.
Oh, definitely. Toru is a relatable guy. He's an everyday guy who gets thrust into a bizarre world as he searches for his lost cat. His explorations mirror our own search for meaning amid chaos, and we can really connect to that. Murakami brilliantly blurs the lines between reality and the subconscious, prompting readers to question what's real. I could talk for hours and still only scratch the surface of all the hidden meanings. It's layers upon layers.
Well, you heard it here first, folks. Layers upon layers upon layers upon layers. Now, speaking of chaos, the themes and loss and searching for identity are prevalent. Can you elaborate on how Murakami addresses these themes through his characters? And could you tell us about some of the prominent characters in the novel?
Definitely. Each character, from the mystifying Mei Kasahara to the elusive Kumiko, represents different facets of loss. They all have their personal struggles and story arcs that intertwine with Toru's journey. Murakami uses these characters to explore how we deal with absence and longing in multifaceted ways. Believe me when I say that every Murakami character serves to convey some kind of message, hidden as they may be.
Characters serving as a vessel for hidden meanings. Wow, just when I thought I'd heard it all, hey? Now, as if Sergio here hasn't already made an interesting enough case for reading. We have a quick video to show highlighting the positive benefits of reading.
Is this you right now watching things online only to forget them as soon as you scroll? Is this cycle affecting your mental health, sleep and even physical health? Well, we have a solution. POV, you found something just as entertaining as screen time without the negative side effects. Pick up a good book now to begin your reading journey and notice the benefits within days. If you have found this helpful, please like and follow and comment and watch all of our other content and send this to everyone you know. Thanks.
Wow. Well, that certainly was something, wasn't it? Reading is one of the best habits you can pick up, and The Wind-Up Bird Chronicle is certainly one of the best books you can pick up to start your reading journey.
Huh. What a great little line to start wrapping up the show on from Sergio Barone. It's truly been a pleasure today, from disappearing cats to gritty themes of loss and loneliness. This has been quite the roller coaster. A little bit scary, but nonetheless...
The pleasure's been all mine, Noah Mills. For anyone stuck on picking their next read, I hope today's program has helped you out. I really don't know what's more compelling, the novel or this interview. Thanks for having me on the show to talk about an amazing piece of literature. Well, I've been Sergio Barone.
And I've been Noah Mills. This has been another amazing episode of Hit the Books. We hope you'll tune in to the next week's episode. Until then, keep reading.
Well, I know what my next read is going to be. Next up, we have a conversation with Panchild about the classic Pink Floyd album, Animals. Let's have a look.
Welcome everyone to Music Artistry. Today we dive into the enigma that is Pink Floyd and their pivotal album, Animals. Joining me is musicologist James, whose expertise in psychedelic rock is extensive as my dislike for this band.
I'm excited to break down Animals. It's a favourite of mine and a conceptual masterpiece that critiques capitalism through its animal allegory. It's a profound commentary on societal structures, something you can't simply dismiss. Get ready because I have plenty to say about its brilliance.
James, calling it a masterpiece is an exaggeration. The synthesizers are tedious and lyrics are pretentious. It's like distressing labyrinth devoid of any exhilaration.
Tedious? No, the sonic layers and intricate arrangements evoke aural landscapes, drawing listeners into their dystopian vision. It's art in its highest form.
Oh please, their art is just an excuse for musical self-indulgence. Pink Floyd persists in being obscenely self-referential, making it insufferable. I can't take it anymore. I feel bad for the audience, who like me has to watch this performance of yours.
Self-indulgence, huh? You say it like it's a bad thing. Music is about exploration, and Animals provides a critique of human avarice through profound metaphor. You must at least acknowledge the creativity.
Creativity, more like a never-ending drone that sounds as though they're trying to bore us into submission. I understand you brought in some of that slop with you. Let's have a look, and who knows, maybe it'll be interesting.
Thanks for that. I brought in this CD today so the viewers can understand more of its creativity. Here we have the album cover. It's a visual representation of what the music's trying to say. It's critiquing societal values through metaphors that are so creative I can't imagine. What have you possibly got to say against that?
What do I say? What do I say? Big whoop, that's what I say. Here's something I brought in. This is a CD of the wall. Is it so called deep, or is it just a photo of a wall? I mean, all it seems the same to me. I think we're just looking at two sides of an entrenched argument. I simply lament the fact of concise musicality.
This is a critique of capitalism, moral decay, and human disengagement. The intricacies demand deeper examination, which I suspect you, my friend, are too shallow to appreciate.
That's funny. I understand we have a social media post that is interesting that we need to see. Let's have a look, guys.
99% of you aren't listening to music right. Check this out. Listen to it while walking. Hell, even doing the dishes. The final method is studying, for those who know. Stay dialed. Like, follow, and share for more.
Well, that was something, okay? So, James, our show is nearly over. If you have anything of importance to say on the subject, now would be the time.
Music should take us on a journey. If Animals were concise, it would lose its potency. Complexity adds depth. Here's a challenge for you, sir. Listen to it again, and if you hate it even more, I'll know you're hermetically sealed in your unmusical bubble. Thanks for having me today, guys.
Thank you for joining us today. And hey, I might take you up on that idea. And maybe you should go listen to an actually fun album like Eminem's Revival. Don't forget to share, share, and subscribe for more discussions on the intersection of music and art. And perhaps, just perhaps, our next episode will feature something slightly less controversial. Thanks, guys. See you next time.
No guesses as to what I'll be listening to on the way home. Finally, on today's program, I have a fascinating conversation with Uniting Communities Artist-in-Residence, Claire Wildish. Hello, I'm your host, Sonny Barone, and this is Tafe Talks. Welcome. Today, we have with us a very special guest, a finalist for South Australia's Absolute Best Artist, two-time Ruby Award winner, and the Artist in Residence at Uniting Communities, Claire Wildish. Great to have you with us, Claire.
Thanks very much, Sonny. I'm excited to be here on Tafe Talks.
So, Claire, those are some impressive accolades, but the Artist in Residence at Uniting Communities, that sure sounds interesting. What does that entail?
Normally, an artist in residence is a temporary position. For example, you might have an artist in residence at a hospital or in an art gallery. I'm really lucky as an artist because at Uniting Communities, I have a permanent position as artist in residence, and I'm growing an evolving arts community.
Wow, a growing and evolving arts community. That sounds amazing. Who makes up this community, and where can people find it?
I have a community art studio on Pitt Street near the Central Markets, just around the corner from Uniting Communities' vertical village, U City.
The Central Markets? I know where that is. I love that place. especially the butchers. A vertical village, you say? That sounds intriguing. Please, tell me more.
Inside the building at 43 Franklin Street is a retirement village, disability accommodation, and lots of other community services like Lifeline, StreetLink, and a drug and alcohol program called New Roads. They all come throughout the week to the art studio and hang out and make art together.
That sounds incredible. A wide variety of people all making art. I've noticed you brought in this sensational art piece. Can you please tell us about it and the artist?
This is one of my favourite works. The artist was a client 3 or 4 years ago in New Roads, the drug and alcohol program at Uniting Communities. He was a house painter before I met him. He got really involved in the art studio and started using building materials to make sculptural work. This work uses fly screen, chicken wire, and plaster.
Fly screen and chicken wire. I would have never guessed that's what this piece is made of. It is great to be repurposing those materials. Look, Claire, this is all very interesting and I want to hear more, but unfortunately we need to pay some bills. We'll be right back with more TAFE Talks after the short commercial break.
Do you have $50? Not know where to spend it? And come on in! Fred's fantastic $50 Fiesta!
This USB cable!
This air conditioner!
This plastic fork!
This bicycle!
This pair of odd socks!
This vintage combi van! This left shoe! This mystery car! This lemon tree!
Even this chair!
50, that's right, $50. So come on in today.
Well, I know where I'm going with my next $50. Welcome back to TAFE Talks. I'm your host, Sonny Barone, here with Uniting Communities Artist in Residence, Claire Wildish. Claire, can you please tell us some more about the artist responsible for this spectacular piece?
Well, he's one of New Roads' all-time great success stories. He graduated the program with flying colours, met the love of his life, and they have both been clean and sober ever since. He loved making art so much, he never left the studio. Now he works with me, sets an outstanding example for the current clients, and runs his own studio space in our Smithfield hub site. Oh, yeah, and he's constantly making amazing art like this.
Wow, Claire, you weren't kidding when you said you were lucky. It must feel amazing to make a positive difference in people's lives doing something you love. It's a shame I'm not a part of your vertical village. Coming to your studio and making art sounds like fun.
It's funny you should say that, Sonny. Every Friday is Community Day. In the morning we're in the U City foyer, and in the afternoon back in the studio on Pitt Street with the doors open for everyone. Stopping by, we've got retirees, New Roads clients past and present, and members of the public, all doing anything from making mosaics, upcycling clothes for our Goodwill store. We have a big box of Poscas, which is a classic favourite for all street artists, or you can run downstairs to our woodwork studio where we're making rocking chairs. Sometimes, even on a bad day, we throw paint at the walls.
That sounds great. I'll have to stop by one Friday. Well, that's all we have time for on today's TAFE Talks. Thanks again to our guest, Claire Wildish. Bye for now. Well, that's it for another episode of TAFE Talks. I've been Sonny Barone. Thanks for joining us and see you next time.